It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the Charlotte Motor Speedway just outside of Concord, North Carolina, getting ready to kick off the 12th race of the 2021 season of the NOFSRL Mission Barbecue Cup Series, the POW MIA 600, presented by Mission Barbecue. My name is Trey Wright, and I will have the call for the race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. 100 laps of action will be done around this mile-and-a-half track outside of Concord, North Carolina. Those 100 laps will be done in solemnness and sorrowness, as we remember all those who ultimately gave the ultimate sacrifice, as we remember those lives here on Memorial Day. And this is going to be a bit of a special race. We are going to do a playing of Amazing Grace on the bagpipes in just a few moments, and the national anthem. We will be doing that. And then on lap number 50, at the halfway point of this race, we will be throwing a caution. I'll be throwing a caution permanently, by hand, or whatever you want to call it. I'll be throwing a caution. There will be the cars will be stopping on the front straightaway for a moment of silence in memory of all that have given their lives to preserve us, so we can do fun things like this, so we can race both offline and in real life. And it's being a military kid myself, and knowing just how painful it is for those families to lose loved ones like that, that gave their lives for this great country, for the freedoms we're able to experience today. It's very, very empowering that we're able to do this, and just want to show our support. But to get off the solemnness for a bit, last week's race at Kansas proved to be very, very, very chaotic. We had a LePaging the field that was done by Derek Hamill. He has been talked to by the NOFSRL officials, and he promises not to do that again. But an Aiden McCrow with a last corner pass won last week, and increase his position in points. And take a look on the top right hand side of your screen, the points. Madison Tall still with a commanding points lead. She got a top 10 finish in all that chaos last week in the heartland of the United States. Ryan Durrani is there in second, who is sporting a Mission Barbecue, special Mission Barbecue car for this race. John Andrews, another rookie behind Durrani. Aiden McCrow has catapulted himself into fourth in points. Rounding out the top 5 in points is another rookie in Dano Georgi. 4 of the top 5 drivers in the top 5 in the points all have the yellow stripes on the back bumper. And the only outlier from that is Madison Tall. Still been the talk of the season. Those two groups that have dominated in and out of the races here in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series points-wise. We only have, surprisingly, had only 2 rookie winners, but we do have a rookie starting on the pole tonight, the number 81, Jordan Lopez. But before we get things kicked off, we're going to go down to trackside for some pre-race ceremonies. That was some very powerful stuff there, ladies and gentlemen, with the emotional playing in the Amazing Grace and the usage of the national anthem. But it's time to fire the engines up, so here's your command for the 12th race of the 2021 season of the NOFSRL Mission Barbecue Cup Series.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the engines have been fired here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Starting lineup on the left-hand side of your screen, as always, it is a Dracoan Racing front row here for the POW MIA 600. 5 bonus points go to the number 81 of Jordan Lopez, who has back-to-back poles. Won the pole last week at Kansas. He's on the pole here at Charlotte. Starting alongside him is Bossman for Dracoan Racing, Owen Miles in the 05. Row number 2, Dustin Davis in the 40 starts alongside your Armory Digital winner, Nelson Reeves in the 7. The 97 of Nathan Stapleton and the 46 of John Andrews make up row number 3. Row 4, Mitchell Collins and the 25 of Nathan Smith, your defending winner here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, make up row number 4. And then in row number 5, Daniel Bouchard in the 07 starts alongside last week's winner, Aiden McCrow in the 42. Making sure all 40 cars roll off the racetrack or the starting grid, and they have. KSC Race Report at the bottom left-hand side of your screen. Going to be a 100-lap race around this 1.5-mile Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pit window should be around 60 to 65 laps, I believe. And last year's winner was Nathan Smith in the 25, and it was a pretty chaotic race last season. And that was only 60 laps, so this is an extra 40 laps that we're running here in the POW MIA 600 on this Memorial Day Saturday night here in Charlotte, North Carolina. The pace car makes the hard left-hand turn down the pit lane. For all those that are gone, you are not forgotten. This one's for you. Lopez and Owen Miles lead them to the line. We're Green Flag Racing from Charlotte. At the line, lap number 1 is led by the 81 of Jordan Lopez, and we see a couple of guys, and looks like the 02 of Will Parrish, problems with that car. Not sure if he fired off on all cylinders on the start, because we saw a couple of guys that got held up back in there. 3 wide towards the end of the pack between Eric Monaco. Oh, a couple of Buck Racing teammates almost got together. Tyler Reynolds and Juan Rodriguez. But back to the front of the field. 5 bonus points go towards, excuse me, what's his name? Jordan Lopez for leading the first lap of the day, or leading a lap in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. Owen Miles, who started second, it was going to fall back to 4th for the moment. That outside lane on the, this early into the race typically does not work. And now we have a battle for second between Nathan Smith, a defending winner of this race, when it was the Mission Barbecue Firecracker 500, I think it was last season. Not entirely too sure, as the 81 of Jordan Lopez has led all 3.5 laps so far. Nathan Smith gets around the 46 of Andrews. It is Andrews, Miles, and then 40 of Dustin Davis goes wide up the hill, 3 wide for about the 7th position. Garlington is going to take advantage of the full frontal motorsports teammates going side by side. And Ryan Benjamin rounds out your top 10 at the moment. Going to try and get around for 9th from Dustin Davis. Top 10 have pulled a little bit away from the field. There is Dano Georgia, your Daytona 500 winner back in February. Braden Perez finally got a good qualifying result in the number 92. And Nathan Stapleton is down the pit lane. It appears the 97 is blown up as well. So 2 drivers with mechanical issues already. Saw Will Parrish. Parrish is back out on the racetrack. He may have had a flat Hoosier tire, but same cannot be said for Nathan Stapleton, who has had an absolutely abysmal start to his season. Did win Indianapolis last year, but it's the same thing for Stapleton as last season. Just a horrible start, a decent middle part of the season. And a pretty good ending. I think it had a string of top 10 finishes towards the end of last season. Not entirely too sure on that. And it's not an NOFSRL sanctioned race without us missing a pass for the lead. Nathan Smith, fine bonus points go to the 25 team in the championship. He got around the 81 of Lopez. But Lopez is trying to get a nice draft off the 25 of Smith. Andrews right behind him. Chevrolet is running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. And about to be first through sixth as Ryan Durrani has found his way up inside the top 10 in that special mission barbecue scheme for the 38 car for American Motorsports. A bunch of yellow bumpers up here towards the front of the field. Andrews going to get around the 81 of Lopez for second and trying to get around his fellow Chevrolet manufacturer teammate of Nathan Smith for the lead. 9% of the way, actually, 8 1/4 of the way through the POW MIA 600 here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Your lap leaders have been Nathan Smith and Jordan Lopez. Lopez falls back to the 4th position. His teammate got around him. And so far, it looks like we're running single file for the moment. First instance of side-by-side action is between Garlington and Durrani. That is for the 7th position. Ryan Benjamin in the 15. Last year's Daytona 500 winner trying to get around Durrani as well. Got some action in the back here. There's Noah Clifton in the 16. Madison Toll, your points leader, did not have that good of a qualifying run. But she is currently 20th in the field right now and almost went 4 wide there through turn 4 for a second. Tristan Allen thought about it. You know, he could... Actually, no, he's not locked in because we're not doing that points format. But Allen on the extremely low side, 3 wide for about the 25th position. Who says we can't have fun, exciting racing in the back? And now that goes single file for the moment. Back up to the front of the field. We're going to have a lead change, I'm assuming. No, we are not. It is still Nathan Smith, who has about a 2.5 car length lead over John Andrews at the moment. We are 11.5% of the way through the race already. And I think they're going to catch Will Parrish pretty soon. Parrish is just entering turns 1 and 2. And these guys, being led by Nathan Smith, are right at the stripe at the moment. I don't know what happened with Parrish. Like I said, he probably had a flat Hoosier tire to start with. So, not sure. But that's just been how the cookie's been crumbling this season for this O2 team. He did get a career best finish last week of 10th at Kansas, but it didn't come without its own excitement. Got turned around by Cameron Garlington in the late stages of that race. And fortunately, he was able to continue. The same could not be said for Garlington, and Garlington looking to rebound after last week's mistake off the 4th turn at Kansas. Currently just outside the top 10, has fallen just outside the top 10. And American Motorsports teammates running towards the front of the field. No surprise there. American Motorsports currently leads the Owners' Championship. I swear to y'all, it is not rigged. I will show you the ratings for these cars if you would like. It's just a coincidence, I swear. And John Andrews is starting to slowly but surely close in on the 25 of Nathan Smith. I think Smith is slightly better in the corners than that 46 machine. I think John Andrews, I know he is very hungry for a win. In fact, pretty much everyone, the top 3 drivers are all hungry for wins. Aiden McCrow's got 2 of them. 7 of Nelson Reeves has got 1 at Armory Digital. Jordan Lopez just wants a good run. He's been good during qualifying, but he can't really put his money where his mouth is when it comes to the race. The racing aspect of it, I should say. Now we're about single file through the majority of the field at the moment. 39 cars remain on the racetrack. Nathan Stapleton blew a camshaft, so that's what happened with Stapleton. The O2 of Will Parrish is 2 laps down at the moment. And the way that these guys are racing, I'm not sure if we're going to have many yellows like we did last season. We had a lap 2 crash last season, and that really set the tone for that. But we have gone almost 17 laps without an incident. And there's Derek Hamill, who made headlines last week for LePaging the field and causing a 25-car wreck last week at Kansas. Hamill was not very popular with many drivers in the garage. He currently resides in the 19th position, just trying to get something going this season. But it's not been the season that Derek Hamill has wanted. Keegan Thompson has got a win at Rockingham under his belt. 99 of Madison Tull has been pretty stagnant in her position, has remained in 20th the last couple of laps. Actually, I think she might be 19th this time by. Yep, 19th for the number 99 machine. It's Ethan Lewis in the 79. Doing pretty decent in his rookie campaign. Josh Williamson, the same cannot be said for Williamson in the number 98. Did not have that good of a season last year, and same it can be said for this season, as smart move by Williamson, letting off the gas to avoid making contact with Dustin Davis in the 40. There's Zachary Davis, a couple of positions ahead of his brother in the 1, your Phoenix winner earlier this season, trying to make a pass on the American Motorsports teammates. There's Zachary Fitzwater, car number 9, residing in position number 9. Brennan Wilmington almost won that Phoenix race that Zachary Davis won. Caleb Rose, his best run of the season so far by far, currently running 6th in the number 32. Not sure where the other... Oh, there's, yeah, Braden Perez is all the way in the back there in the number 92. The other car for Pacific Racing has fallen all the way back to... What is that, about the 31st position, give or take? He was in 30th last time by. I think he's fallen back to 32nd right now. Yep, 32nd for the number 92 at the moment. Was running inside the top 10, so I don't know if the car is starting to go away from him. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But right now, 22 down, 88 to go here in the POW MIA 600. Caution free so far. John Andrews has fallen back a little bit. I think he used up some of his stuff trying to run down Nathan Smith. This is exactly what Nathan Smith wants to see of his rear view mirror. The 46 of Andrews, 62 hundredths of a second back. I don't think... I think the 02 of Will Parrish is doing fine on his own. He's currently running 185 average on the straightaways, and Nathan Smith is about the same. The draft isn't that effective here. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's effective to an extent, but not to the extent of, let's say, at Daytona or Talladega or a bunch of other super speedway tracks. So take that as you will. And speaking of super speedways, next week is another super speedway. Diamond Ridge, the Rocket League 500 from Diamond Ridge is next Saturday, I believe, at noon Eastern time, noon or 2 o'clock. I'll have to double check on that one, but more information will be coming out about that. And Nathan Smith, 25 down for car number 25. He has led the majority of that, a quarter of the way through what has been a caution-free POW MIA 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. One car is out of the race. Nathan Stapleton blew a camshaft on lap number 5. 39 cars remain on the racetrack, 38 on the lead lap, as Will Parrish is 2 laps down after having to come in on the first lap to repair what we believe was a flat tire on that 02 BWT car. If you're just tuning in the last couple of moments here in the 12th race of the season from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the POW MIA 600 from CMS, and Zachary Fitzwater has moved up quite a few positions since we've last seen him. I believe he is going to be 6th right now. He was 7th last time by. Actually, I think he might be inside, just may have gotten inside the top 5 right now. And yes, he is. P5 for Fitzy. Hasn't had the last couple of weeks. I believe he wrecked out at Talladega. I believe he wrecked out last week at Kansas. So Fitzy would just love a good run, and so would Caleb Rose. I know Rose is just dying for a win. He's dying for a top 5 finish, and he is in position at the moment to get a podium, trying to get around the 05 of Owen Miles, but Fitzwater is going to try and do so the same. 3 orange cars underneath a blanket. The Camry of Caleb Rose is going to get caught in the sucker hole there. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Fitzy is going to advance past both of them. Brennan Wilmington not going to take advantage of his teammate right there as McCrow up the hill for the 42. Kept his race car, stayed out of the wall, and we stay green. Currently rounding out the top 10 is the number 1 of Zachary Davis, with a 15 of Ryan Benjamin to his inside. Gonna go through the field, rest of the field here. There's Nelson Reeves. There's your pole sitter Jordan Lopez, currently just outside the top 10, fighting for the top 10 at the moment, I believe. Zachary Davis and Ryan Benjamin, Cameron Garlington, Dano Georgia, Ethan Lewis, Ryan Durrani, Dustin Davis, Derek Hamill, Madison Tall, her teammate, 98 of Josh Williamson, Tyler Reynolds, a 14, your Rockingham winner. Oh, Eric Monaco into the outside wall, and so is Mitchell Collins, and Colton Yo's around. Oh my goodness, and a Titanic shot from the 16 of Noah Clifton, and the caution is out here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Colton Yo's night is going to end on lap 32. And good thing we were doing a full field rundown at the time. We're able to catch that. Colton Yo going around, hard contact made with a 16 of Noah Clifton. I think the Newcastle Australian native's night is going to end as well. Now we're just going to replace some tires. And definitely mortal damage for the 0 of Colton Yo. And Eric Monaco, aside from that win at Auto Club, it has just been horrible run after horrible run for the veteran of the NOFSRL. And now we're going to see pit stops. So we're about midway through the fuel run. Actually, oh god, we're going to have a fuel strategy race if this thing doesn't go green. Actually, well, I don't know. We are going to have the caution in about 15 laps anyway, so we're just going to see what happens. Going to go back to Nathan Smith in the 25, see what he does. Looks like everybody's going to get 4 fresh Hoosier tires and fill it up with octane race fuel. And it looks like Zachary Fitzwater is going to beat all of them off the pit lane. Caleb Rose is going to come out second. John Andrews falls back to third. Nathan Smith loses the lead. Will come back fourth, and Brendan Wilmington rounds out your top 5 off the pit lane. Making sure everybody gets off the pit lane nice and safely. Mitchell Collins, we saw him in the outside wall. A lot of damage to the right side of that 78 machine for Buck Racing. So he's going to have extended repairs. And it looks like Colton Yo has retired from the race. Tough break for the 0 team. And Yo Racing might fall outside the top. Might fall to last in points, I should say. It's been a rough first 12 races for the new team headed by Colton Yo. So first caution of the night here in the POW MIA 600. The 25 of Nathan Smith led them back to the line. Zachary Fitzwater led them off the pit lane. Let's go take a look and see what happened to bring out the first caution of the night here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue. So you're going to see the 5 of Cole Sampson gets up into the 75 of Eric Monaco. Monaco is up into that newly painted yellow wall here at the 2021 version of the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Monaco is just going to wall ride for a couple of seconds. You see Mitchell Collins in the 78 get forced up into the safer barrier as well by Trey Smith. Fortunately, nothing comes out of that, but you see back here, Colton Yo gets into the 75 of Monaco, and just touches at the wrong place at the wrong time, spins both of those cars around. Yellow flag is triggered, then nowhere to go, unfortunately, for the 16 of Noah Clifton. The 0 is right in his path, and hard shot to the passenger side door. All 4 Hoosier tires get off the ground of that 0 Dodge RT of Colton Yo. He's going to spin around like a top. Thankfully, nobody else was involved. I thought that was going to be a lot worse. I thought the 75 of Monaco was going to get hit driver's side. Thankfully, he was not. But that is such a tough night, a tough way for the night to end for the Harrisburg native of Colton Yo. It's just been a rough season so far for that 0 team and just Yo racing in general. Going to take with a real-time replay, get you back to the racing action here in the POW MIA 600 from Charlotte. It was an unfortunate way for the night to end for Colton Yo. Spins around, nowhere for the 16 to go. And hard damage, mortal damage to Yo's number 0 Dodge RT. He's going to teleport to pit lane momentarily. And there's his teammate in the background. Like I said, it's been a tough season for that newly formed team, Yo Racing, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles here sometimes. And Nathan Smith led them back to the stripe as Zachary Fitzwater, his pit crew was lightning fast on the pit lane. He's able to get around his teammate, and Fitzy will lead us back to the green flag here momentarily in the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we're back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, wrapping up our first caution of the evening. Take a look and see who was knocked out from that incident. Colton Yo and Noah Clifton were the only 2 cars knocked out. They would join Nathan Stapleton in the garage area. 37 cars left on the racetrack, 36 on the lead lap as the pace car makes a hard left-hand turn onto pit lane. Your top 5 heading back through the gears are Fitzy, Rose, Andrews, Nathan Smith, and Wilmington. Back to the stripe, Fitzy leads them. We're back to green flag racing here at Charlotte, and an amazing jump by the 9 of Fitzwater, trying to get around the lap down car of Will Parrish. Parrish is putting up quite a fight. He is on these guys' strategy. He does not have damage, so Parrish is just as fast as these guys. He is just 2 laps down. And now the 32 of Rose on the inside, trying to get around Fitzy this lap. And Rose at the stripe is going to gain 5 bonus points for leading a lap as they go 3 wide for 4th behind them, almost 4 wide. Look at the Chad move this 7 of Nelson Reeves is making. Forces the 05 miles up the racetrack, gets through the middle, Garlington to his inside. I think he's going to have the position. He's got Garlington cleared. And now as Rose moves up the hill, your top 5 are Garlington, Nelson Reeves, Fitzy, Rose, and the 25 of Nathan Smith. Rose beats the 25 of Smith at the line. But now Nathan Smith back out front has led the most laps so far, the number 25. And he's looking to definitely win this race. And Caleb Rose is going to move up the racetrack again. He's going to lose all those positions. He's gained Fitzwater in 2nd. Nelson Reeves, the biggest mover since the restart, in 3rd. Garlington in hot pursuit of his Chevrolet teammates. And his Chevrolets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going miles can get around Caleb Rose here. Fastest guy on the racetrack so far is actually the fastest gal. Daisy Johnson in the 53 has the fastest lap at the moment, so not sure where she is, and that was a pretty big lag spike there. There's Daisy Johnson in the 53, currently running in the 24th position, so not the best of runs, but it certainly beats being in the garage with the other guys in there, including, wait, no, that's Madison Tull. That is Nathan Smith's significant other, Nathan Stapleton, I should say. And Nathan Smith goes to the outside, and it's not an NOFSRL sanctioned race without us missing a pass for the lead. Zachary Fitzwater back to the point in the number 9. The 7 of Reeves is going to try and do the same thing as well. 10 laps until the mandatory or the forced caution, I should say. We're going 3 wide back in there. They're getting really racy in the middle. 20 of Logan Alexander got a bit squirrely in the back. Reeves is trying to make that middle groove work on Fitzwater, and he might have something off the corner. Garlington gets around Nathan Smith for the final podium position. Will Parrish, if he wasn't 2 laps down, this would be the greatest run he has had all season long. Oh, we could get another yellow. He could move up a couple more positions. But back to the race lead. We're not going to miss this pass for the lead. Oh, the 7, Nelson Reeves stuffs it there through 3 and 4. And Nelson Reeves is going to get past Zachary Fitzwater. Reeves 5 bonus points towards the championship. Go to the number 7 Coca-Cola car. At 142.5% of the way through the race. Fitzwater trying to get back to the race lead. Garlington would love to lead a lap. Smith would like to lead a lap. Caleb Rose goes up the hill. That opens the door for the 40 of Dustin Davis to try and take the position away. Here's Keegan Thompson up in here having a great run. So is Tyler Reynolds as they go 3 wide back in there. Back to the front, we're seeing single file racing throughout the majority of the field so far. There's Madison Tall in the 99, just outside the top 10, has moved up quite a few positions. They're getting really racy in the back. 3 wide between Logan Alexander, Bouchard, and Trey Smith. There's Brendan Yodel in the 26, haven't mentioned his name all night long. Same with the 88 of Landon Smith Jr., 24 of Riley Sampson, Talladega winner 2 weeks ago. 17 of Logan Williams. A lot of guys in the back here we have not mentioned. Back here. I don't know what happened to John Andrews. He has fallen way outside of the top 10. Andrews currently running, let's see his number here. Currently 18th at the moment, so it has not been a good run. Oh, Keegan Thompson gets into the wall. On the 19 of Tyler Reynolds is in it as well, and so is Daisy Johnson. The yellow is back out. Thompson, the same thing that happened with Colton Yo just happened with his teammate, and Daisy Johnson destroying the 53, and the yellow is back out here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we were just saying how good of a run Keegan Thompson and the 19 of Reynolds were having, and they are probably both going to be out. And the yellow flag comes out here. Derek Hamill has some significant damage. I saw Madison Tall shoot down and hit the inside wall. She's got a lot of damage in that 99, so the Iron Woman streak of top 10s might come to an end. Now we've got everybody hitting the pit lane. I believe that should be the caution where it's going to be the moment of silence, so there's Fitzwater down the pit lane. I'm going to focus on Nelson Reeves in the 7. And that came out of nowhere. Once again, thankfully, we are in the back to see that accident. But Reeves looks like everybody is going to take some 4 more Hoosier tires, and they can make it to the end fuel-wise. Fuel run is 66 laps here. Nelson Reeves. Oh, a little bit of contact there with the 05 of Owen Miles. That could hurt his aerodynamics a bit, but nonetheless leads them off of pit lane. And I am hearing from the NOFSRL officials that they are going to get the 1 to go on lap 50, so we will be doing the moment of silence on lap 50 and then be going green the next time by. So that is the game plan so far here for the moment of silence at the halfway point. But Nelson Reeves is your leader with I believe Fitzy got out ahead of Garlington. So it will be Garlington in the 3rd position, Nathan Smith in 4th, and then rounding out your top 5 is Dustin Davis in the 40. The 2nd caution of the night. Let's go and take a look and see what happened to bring out said caution 2nd of the night here in the POW MIA 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So it's the exact same thing that happened with Colton Yo, except the roles are kind of reversed. You see the 14 of Keegan Thompson slides up into the 02 of Will Parrish, and it looks like they're going to save it for then, but then the 0-2 of Will Parrish gets in the outside wall, ricochets back into Thompson. Thompson in the outside wall, and then there's a lot of hood damage to the 99 of Madison Tall. Tall is going to shoot right down to the inside, save for barrier. Driver's side door, that's a hard shot for Tall. See the 0-2 of Will Parrish around on the racetrack. That's where the 19 of Tyler Reynolds gets his damage. That's mortal damage for the 19 car. And then I think Keegan Thompson is going to come back up the racetrack into the 53 of Daisy Johnson. Johnson tries to move to the outside, but cannot do it in time. Takes the entire left front fender off of that body armor Toyota Camry. And her engine's destroyed as well. And yeah, a couple more cars are going to end up in the garage area. Keegan Thompson is retired. The 19 of Reynolds is also going to retire, I believe. And Will Parrish, wrong place at the wrong time, just like last week with Cameron Garlington at Kansas. Parrish cannot seem to find a groove this season, and half the time it's not even his fault. It's just been bad luck after bad luck for this 0-2 team. Same thing for Daisy Johnson. I believe she is going to have the fastest lap, though, but not sure what the deal is going to be there. And we'll get you a real-time replay here, and then we'll have the moment of silence. And then we'll get you back to the racing action here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue. Right incident. The 0-2 of Will Parrish simply ran out of real estate, and nowhere for a lot of these guys to go. A simple 5-car incident that involved your points leader, Madison Toll, severely. It's going to take out Daisy Johnson. Both females involved in this accident. And Tyler Reynolds and Keegan Thompson, like we said, they're having such good runs at the moment. Unfortunately, they're going to be taken out in this one. So we're going to get you to your moment of silence on the front straightaway real quick. And oh, we missed this! Completely missed that. So that's what happened with Derek Hamill. He and I believe that was Eric Monaco and the 92 of Brain Perez made contact on the cooldown lap. So that's what happened with Hamill. That's why Hamill has a ton of damage. I was wondering about that, but now we know. Now we're going to get you to your moment of silence here at the midway point here in the POW MIA 600 from Charlotte. And as they come back to the start-finish line, the base lights are going to go off, and you see everybody beginning to slow down. And this is a solemn moment for all the families that have lost loved ones over the course of this century, this great nation's great history. And to all those that have fallen, you may be gone, but you are not forgotten. And we should have a 30-second moment of silence here on the front straightaway here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I'm sure that was a very emotional 30 seconds for a lot of grieving families out there that have lost loved ones, especially over the pandemic. And I completely forgot to mention healthcare workers. I apologize. Just everybody that has sacrificed their lives preserving what great nation this is. We remember you on this very, very emotional Memorial Day and just what we've been through the past year and a half. And the light is at the end of the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there, and we're getting through this together. We have gotten through this together since last March of 2020, and we're still continuing to go through this together on in the last weekend of May in 2021. But restart will be this time by. Take a look and see who was knocked down the second incident. Looks like Keegan Thompson and the 53 of Daisy Johnson were the only ones knocked out. I don't know what happened with Owen Miles and the 32 of Caleb Rose, but they were on the pit lane for extended amount of time. There's Rose. Miles should be right behind him, so we got 31 cars on the lead lap, 4 a lap down, so that makes 35 cars remaining in the race. And your top 5 back to the restart are Reeves, Fitzy, Garlington, Nathan Smith, and Dustin Davis. Through the gears they go. We're back to green flag racing here at Charlotte, past the halfway point in the POW MIA 600. We are good to go to the end fuel-wise. So, I don't know, we could have another caution given how crazy these guys have been, given that the fact that 02 of Will Parrish is holding these guys up severely. We could get another caution here pretty soon. And oh, Fitzy is going to get put up into the outside wall just about by Garlington. He's going to be angry with an E about that. And that's going to help the 7 of Nelson Reeves remain in the lead for the moment. And Reeves, the Midland, Texas native, trying to win his second career race in the Mission BBQ Cup Series in his first season. And oh, these guys are getting really, really jumbled up in the front, in the back, I should say. Parrish has shot out the other end. He does not have the same speed as these guys anymore. So Parrish, I think, is now going to be a lap down car problem. And Madison Tull, her streak of top 10 finishes is probably going to come to an end. She is currently just inside the top 30, I should say. And now 3 wide for the race lead. No idea where the 79 of Ethan Lewis came from, but Lewis, and now the 5. Wait, are these guys on the tail end of the lead lap? No, those guys are on the lead lap. I have no idea where the 5 and the 79 came from, but Cole Sampson is your leader right now. I thought Carlington might have been with these guys. I don't know what happened with that, but we just came back in a 3 wide battle for the race lead with Cole Sampson looking for his 3rd career win in the Mission BBQ Cup Series. Ethan Lewis looking for his first, same with Kerriman Garlington, and Nathan Smith looking to go back-to-back here at CMS. We are 54% of the way through the race, 54 and a half now, I should say. And Cole Sampson is just trying to shoot out to the front like a rocket in the 5. His team owner, Keegan Thompson, has been knocked out. His brother, Riley Sampson, currently probably somewhere outside the top 20. Currently in the, where are you, 24 car. Actually, Riley Sampson's in 10th right now. No idea where this 24 came from. So a great run going for the Sampson brothers at the moment. And the way that Keegan Thompson was running his Owen Miles almost got dumped there on the spot. Got a 66 of Charlie Davenport. That would have been a huge shot to the inside of the wall. Thankfully, we remain green, and the 05 of Owen Miles remains alive inside that Reese's Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Wilmington up the hill in the 62, and now it's a 2-car breakaway, about to be a 3-car breakaway here on lap number 57 of 100 here in the closing stages of the POW MIA 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it was a Chevrolet parade for the first, for a split second there. Davis trying to get to the quarter panel of Garlington there. He is not able to do so, but he's going to have another chance through 3 and 4. Got a little bit lower line than Garlington. Garlington going to go through the middle. Davis might have a bumper on him here, but Garlington's going to get the run off the corner. Davis, now he's got some room under the 28. And Dustin Davis is going to pick off Garlington for the 5th position here. Going back through the field. Juan Rodriguez, have not mentioned him all night long. We mentioned Brendan Yodel. There's Tristan Allen, your Richmond winner a couple weeks ago. Ryan Benjamin. Bouchard having a decent run, I would say. He's inside the top 20, and given what he's been through this season, I think Bouchard will take a top 20 finish at this point. Could see way up the hill, number 9. And now we're going to have lap traffic. 0-2 of Parrish. He was involved in that heavily. He was probably the primary cause of that second caution on lap 45. 46, I should say. And now he is running a lot slower than everybody else is. So we're going to have some lap cars to maneuver around. You see Tyler Reynolds in the 19. Also probably going to be a lap down car before this is all settled. Same with Derek Hamill, who's got a lot more damage than these guys. He's got front end damage now, so I'm not sure if he ran into someone on the restart. And Madison Tall, her points lead is in jeopardy. Currently, the last car, no, Hamill is the last car on the lead lap at the moment. Madison Tall is the second to last car on the lead lap. Back to the front, and now they have caught Will Parrish, and so 25 has caught the 5. 3 cars underneath a blanket for the top 3 positions. Lewis diving down to the inside of Nathan Smith, trying to take P2 away. And 3 cars under a blanket here with 62 down in the POW MIA 600 from Charlotte. Smith way up the racetrack, opens the door for the 79 of Ethan Lewis to take the second away. And Parrish is going to hold these guys up. We're probably, I don't want to say we're going to see another yellow, but we saw with lap down cars last week at Kansas that lap cars are not usually the best combination. Fitzwater all up in Dano Georgia's business to 3 and 4. That could have gotten really, really hackneyed there. But we remain green for the time being. Thought they were going to lose it off the corner there. A couple of guys got squirrely. Now Nathan Smith wants second back from Ethan Lewis just as the 5 of Cole Sampson is going to catch the 19 of Reynolds. Gonna get slowed down a bit by Reynolds. Lewis up the racetrack, and here comes Nathan Smith ahead of steam out of the 25. But I think that DeWalt Chevy Monte Carlo is just slightly better on the exits with 65 down here. Coming around to 65 down from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but Nathan Smith is there. About a quarter of a car length separates the DeWalt Chevrolet Monte Carlo and the GMAC Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Nathan Smith, a great run through the corner. He is right on the bumper of Nathan Smith, just trying to get the run down, the draft down the back straightaway. And the 5 slipped up just a little bit. Smith is going to have an edge, and the caution is out. And it looks like the 20, the 78, and the 75 got into it in the corner. Not sure if Hamill got into it as well. It doesn't look like it. And we are back under the caution flag for the 3rd time this evening here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Cole Sampson is going to breathe a huge sigh of relief after that one. Man, oh man, what a race this has been. And not sure if these guys are going to come down the pit lane here. They might. And no, everybody's going to stay out. See if we do have any takers. We are 34 laps away from the finish, so these guys can make it fuel-wise. Nobody needs to fill up on octane racing fuel. And it looks like Jordan Lopez is going to roll the dice in the number 81. I have a feeling, yeah, the guys that were involved in that incident are going to come down the pit lane. Obviously, Eric Monaco. It's been a hard season for that 75 team. And he's going to just get some repairs. 78 of Mitchell Collins was involved in that as well. I'm not sure who else was involved or not. I think, was that 53? I forget who has the duck emoji, the duck pit stall there exactly. But nobody appears to have gotten knocked out from this incident thus far as I know. So Cole Sampson is your leader here on lap number 68 at the 3rd caution of the night. Let's see what happened to bring out said third caution of the night here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in what has been a very, very interesting POW MIA 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So now the incident is on turn 1 this time, and it's the same thing, same type of scenario we have been seeing all night long. Guys just running a bit too high and running out of real estate. Monaco is going to get clipped by the 78 of Mitchell Collins. That's the second time Collins has gotten to the outside wall through turns 1 and 2. Monaco locks the brakes right there. Logan Alexander was the third car involved in that. He spins on the racetrack. And I think it's just going to be a simple incident like that. I don't think anybody's going to get knocked out from this one, thankfully. But just a simple spin through turns 1 and 2. That is a clippy shot of the 75 of Eric Monaco. And yep, I think that's just a simple spin. Just a simple act of guys running out of real estate through turns 1 and 2. And yep, Monaco, tracks that aren't named Auto Club, has had pretty crappy finishes, unfortunately. Let's get you the real-time replay and then quickly get you back to the racing action here in the, whatever it's called, the POW MIA 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Real-time replay here following along with the 75 of Eric Monaco. Mitchell Collins just runs out of real estate. 20 of Logan Alexander, the unfortunate bystander that was caught up in that. Bystander that became a victim, unfortunately. And Eric Monaco, like I said, on all of the tracks that are not in California, he has had poor finish after poor finish after poor finish. It's been a tough season for Eric Monaco. And this is just been example number 6, I believe. But that has brought out the third caution of the night. These guys, nobody came down the pit lane except for Jordan Lopez and the guys that were involved in the accident. And Cole Sampson had the 25 of Nathan Smith bearing down on him. Let's see what Sampson can do on the restart here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue. We're back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, wrapping up our third caution of the evening. Take a look and see who was knocked out from that incident. Nobody was knocked out. 31 cars remain on the lead lap, with 4 cars a lap down, so 35 remain on the racetrack. Your top 5 heading back to the restart are Cole Sampson, Nathan Smith, Ethan Lewis, Riley Sampson, and Cameron Garlington. Back through the gears they go. Alex the Flagman waves the green flag with 30 to go, here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we're going to have some more lap cars holding up the lead lap cars. And these guys are getting more and more jumbled up here, so I expect a caution within the next couple of laps. And Caleb Rose has been able to get around these lead lap cars at the moment. Cole Sampson continues to lead. 79 of Ethan Lewis gets around these guys for second, and the yellow flag is back out, and Hamill was involved in that. So is the 88 of Landon Smith Jr. Brennan Wilmington is destroyed as well, and Nelson Reeves was involved in that as well. I don't know why Nelson Reeves fell back so much. Wait, no, he got held up by Will Parrish. Never mind. So that's a lot of hood damage to the 91 of Derek Hamill. He may have ran into the back of someone, and then the 81 of Jordan Lopez caught up in that as well. And Caleb Rose will get one of his laps back. I believe he is. Actually, no, he's on the lead lap right now, so he's gonna be he's gonna be on the lead lap. And it looks like Mitchell Collins was involved in that as well. He's got a lot of hood damage in the number 78, so I believe 3 or 4 more cars to the garage area. Seems about right. Looks like, Ethan Lewis got around these guys for the race lead. Did not see that, and nobody comes down the pit lane that was not involved in that accident. Yep, nobody coming down the pit lane. that is inside the top 10. Ethan Lewis is your race leader at the moment with a 24 of Riley Sampson in second. The Sampson brothers running second and third at the moment. Let's see what happened to bring out the fourth caution of the evening here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue. Well, I think Will Parrish on the O2 has become a discount Kevin LePage or Derek Hamill last week, just up high where no lap down cars should be, especially on the restart. You're going to see the 7 of Nelson Reeves run out of real estate, makes contact with the O2, gets squirrely around him, loose, makes contact with Parrish, ricochets in front of last week's winner, Aiden McCrow, and that's going to stack up the lap down guy, the lead lap guys. McCrow is going to get forced in the outside wall. That's a hard hit for the 42. And then they're going to go back up the racetrack. And actually, that's it for these guys. It's in front of them. They get jammed up with Brennan Wilmington, Mitchell Collins in the 78. The 81 of Jordan Lopez gets turned around. And then Wilmington is going to take a shot on the outside wall here as Hamill is going to run into driver's side door. Oh, what a shot for Wilmington. And no, he's going to run. Yeah, he's going to run driver's side door into the 78. And then that's adding insult to injury for Eric Monaco in the 75. Trey Smith, who had a wild ride 2 weeks ago at Talladega, I should say. He gets through that quite fine, I should say. But I'd say 3 more cars to the junkyard here, or to the garage area, or to Dale Jr.'s backyard junkyard that's probably about 10 miles away from the speedway. It's been a chaotic night here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's get you the real-time replay, then get you back to the action here in the POW MIA 600. So Reeves runs out of real estate, unfortunately, and that stacks up these guys up in here. And then watch the shot that Wilmington takes right passenger side into the outside wall. Almost gets clipped by his teammate of Braden Perez. Hamill runs in the 78 of Mitchell Collins. He's had a rough night. Your pole sitter, Jordan Lopez, has also had a rough night. Just not been a good night for a lot of these guys. Hamill is just ready to call it quits at this point. I think a lot of drivers are just hoping that this all ends soon. And Ethan Lewis led them back to the stripe. So Lewis will be your leader coming around to the 4th restart of the night here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue. We're back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway wrapping up our 4th caution of the night so far. Take a look and see who was knocked out from that incident. 78 of Mitchell Collins, the 91 of Derek Hamill, and the 62 of Brendan Wilmington were the casualties in that incident. 29 cars remain on the lead lap. And 32 cars remain on the racetrack here. Through the gears that go, your top 5, Ethan Lewis, Riley Sampson, Cole Sampson, Nathan Smith, and Juan Rodriguez has found his way inside the top 5. With just over 25 laps to go in the POW MIA 600 from Charlotte, and they have got to get the O2 off the racetrack. Will Parrish has just been the discount Kevin LePage of the race so far. Hopefully he can get out at the butt end. Oh no, the same thing's going to happen to Nelson Reeves, isn't it? Oh, nobody's going to go up the hill, so we might get a green flag run here with 78 on the board. Now, oh man, a couple lap down cars getting in the way of the Sampson brothers, but here comes Juan Rodriguez, Buck Racing, still in search for their first win as a team, and it could be delivered by the 48 of not Juan Rodriguez. Oh no, it is Juan Rodriguez. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9:30 when I'm recording this. And it has been a long day for me when I'm recording this, but Ethan Lewis out front and Rodriguez second, the 5 of Cole Sampson, and Tristan Allen gets turned, Garlington as well, into Durrani, and we're going to have a stack up on the back straightaway. Daniel Georgia involved as well, and a huge mess as the field piles in. It is the huge one through turns 3 and 4 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Georgia on top of somebody, Logan Williams Logan Alexander. And there is nobody left to have a race. Oh, and Garlington is going to get into the 56 of Tristan Allen as payback. Davenport destroyed. Brendan Yodel involved. Lopez with a ton of damage. That's finally going to take out the O2 of Will Parrish. And that was huge, ladies and gentlemen. 2 straight races in a row. We have had a huge one. Bouchard with a ton of hood damage as well. He's probably going to get knocked out. Same with the 15 of Ryan Benjamin. Yosis Medea, that was huge. I knew these guys... That's why we do not race back to the line in real life. That's why they changed it. But that was after 2003, so they still race back to the line. And this is the end result. With 20 laps to go, I think we just obliterated about half the field in a single crash right there. John Andrews destroyed as well. I think the 19 of Tyler Reynolds might get a lap back here. The 15 is without a hood. The 07 is trying to repair some damage. Same with the 28 of Cameron Garlington. They're going to go a couple laps down, unfortunately. And everybody behind them has been taken out. Nope, Garlington, Tristan Allen is just going to call it a night. But the Garlington and the 07 of Bouchard are hoodless. And I gauge we have about 15 cars remaining on the racetrack. So that is just fine and dandy, ladies and gentlemen. That is fine and dandy indeed. We've got to take several different looks at this one, ladies and gentlemen. That was the huge one in turns 3 and 4 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ethan Lewis is your leader with Juan Rodriguez in second. And, oh my goodness, that was not pretty, ladies and gentlemen. That was not pretty. We got to take several different looks at this one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. So this all starts at the exit of turn 2. It's the same thing we saw with the first and second yellows of the night. Just guys are running out of real estate on that top line. With the outside wall, Tristan Allen gets turned around off the nose of Owen Miles. Gets into Garlington. Garlington shoots up from the outside wall. Riley Sampson involved as well. He's going to be knocked out from this. And then this is where the trouble begins. Garlington dives down, overcorrects it, gets into Durrani and the 26 of Yodel. Yodel is going to go right down in that angular wall, and he is going to have a huge shot. That's going to destroy the 26, and, well, it's a logjam, unfortunately. We'll probably have a better look from the Skycam. Actually, Dano Georgi and Riley Sampson were involved in this as well in the back. And there's just so much smoke in the back here that these guys simply cannot see. Georgia is trying to get back on the racetrack. He cannot see. Caleb Rose is going in blind, and then this is where all hell breaks loose. John Andrews runs right into the back of the 34. Logan Alexander, Brian Benjamin, and oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, this is a much better view of this. Just of the whole calamity involved. Eric Monaco is destroyed in the 75. He ran into Riley Sampson, I believe it was. And then just the field just stacks into this. Fitzy makes contact. A bunch of guys on the outside lane are able to get through. 77 of Nelson Reeves runs right into his teammate. And Madison Toll, your points leader, is involved in this. Charlie Davenport. I think it's easier to say who was not involved in this one. Landon Smith Jr., Trey Smith, Braden Perez, Tyler Reynolds. See back in here, Logan Williams in the 17 was involved as well. I think the 02 of Parrish is just going to torpedo himself into the 17. And I think he is going to slide down into Dano Georgi, and Georgi is going to pop himself right on top of the 02. Just as a 26 makes contact with the 02 of Parrish, and yeah, that is racing there. Unfortunately, that is just the big one there. You see Monaco teleports to victory lane, not victory lane, pit lane. And that is sight to see right there. Oh my goodness, that knocked out quite a few cars in this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a couple of different views and get you the real-time replay. We'll get you back to the action here after the fifth caution of the night. No, yes, the fifth caution of the evening here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and what has been a very, very chaotic POW MIA 600 from Charlotte. So you see on the left-hand side of your screen, Tristan Allen, everybody runs out of real estate, and this is the shot to behold it all, and then the whole field piles in behind them. I think that's about 15 or 20 or so cars that were involved in this incident in total. It's just, we saw this last week. It was with the log jam on the front straightaway of the Kansas Speedway, and this is pretty much the exact same thing, but on the back straightaway in turn 3. And see Garlington get some retaliation on the 56 of Allen for making a stupid decision. And I'd gauge we're probably going to have about 15 cars left in contention to win this thing. So, hey, who knows? It's been a wild race so far, and it's just about to get wilder. Nobody came down the pit lane, so Ethan Lewis is still your race leader here, coming around to 15 laps to go on the restart. And you thought the first 85 laps or so were crazy? Oh, the final 15 are just going to be absolutely insane racing-wise. Let's get you back to the racing action here in what has been a very, very chaotic and topsy-turvy POW MIA 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, wrapping up our fifth caution of the evening. Take a look and see the plethora of cars that got knocked out from this incident. Will Parrish in the 0-2, Logan Williams, your Talladega winner, Charlie Davenport, Eric Monaco, Logan Alexander, Dano Georgi, Brendan Yodel, Tristan Allen, Tyler Reynolds, Riley Sampson, John Andrews, Jordan Lopez, your pole sitter, the 7 of Nelson Reeves, the 42, last week's winner of Aiden McCrow, and the 99 of, I don't know where, Madison Tall. Actually, Tyler Reynolds is not a lap down, but 16 laps to go here, 17 laps to go here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Reynolds is still out on the racetrack at the moment, and we have 18 cars remaining on the racetrack at the moment, and these guys, 2 of these guys don't even have hoods, and they're still trying to race for position. But this is going to get wild here in the closing lap. 16 to go from CMS for Ethan Lewis, looking for his 4th career win in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series. Cole Sampson is looking for his 3rd career win. He won at Talladega and Trenton respectively last season. The 48 of Logan Alexander, not Logan Alexander, Juan Rodriguez is looking for his 1st win total in the Mission Barbecue Cup Series, and looking to get Buck Racing their 1st win in the MBCS as well. Nathan Smith looking to defend his Charlotte Motorsports title. Josh Williamson is somehow in the top 5. He is just hoping for a top 5 finish. Got robbed of a top 10 finish last week at Kansas, hoping that he cannot get robbed of a top 5 finish here. And now they are all under a blanket. The top 4 cars are, with Lewis under fire from Sampson, Sampson under fire from Rodriguez, Rodriguez under fire from Smith, and Josh Williamson is just going to try and play the conservative and get a decent top 10 finish. A shout out to Caleb Rose, who has played the lap down strategy perfectly. He finds himself in the top 10, and now look at this battle for lead. Oh my goodness, the top 3 guys take each other out back down the racetrack. Ethan Lewis gets smacked. My eyes is not to see that. The top 3 drivers just took each other out. And Nathan Smith is laughing his happy bumper, his happy rear end back to the start finish line. Oh my goodness. That did not just happen. That did not just freaking happen. told you guys it was going to be a great finish. I told you guys it was going to be a chaotic finish. And look at Josh Williamson. Look at this guy. He is in second. Nathan Smith is probably going to win this thing. What did we just see? Holy. The stuff that happens at 9:45 on a Saturday night. Oh my God, this is a better drug than acid. Nathan Smith isn't back in the lead. Probably gonna get wrecked here. We just saw hell freeze over with the top 3 guys going 3 wide with 10 to go. Less, more than 10 to go. And they just took each other out. Oh my God. Well, Nathan Smith is your leader. Nobody's surprised about that. He is somehow able to keep his nose clean after all of this. And yeah, let's go back and see what happened with that. Let's just go back and see what happened with that incident. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's Charlotte for you. That is Charlotte. That is 600 miles. It's coming down to that right there. So Nathan Smith is your leader. Let's take a look and see what happened to bring out the 6th caution of the evening here. We're almost at the record of 7, with 6 cautions on the board here in the record books for the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we've got a lot to unpack here. So you see Ethan Lewis in the 79, 48 of Juan Rodriguez, the 5 of Cole Sampson. They're just going along. And then it was Nathan's, I'm pretty sure, actually no, it was Juan Rodriguez that comes down on the 79 of Ethan Lewis. He gets up into Lewis. Both those guys spin to the outside wall. And then Nathan Smith is just probably crapping his pants at this point. Cole Sampson gets caught up in this. Josh Williamson has probably painted the inside of the back end of his pants brown as well. So are probably all the cars on the inside lane at this point. And then they come down the back down the racetrack, and this is where poop hits the fan at this point. Ryan Benjamin just runs right in the side of Ethan Lewis, almost puts the car upside down. You can see the undercarriage of the 79. Thank you for flashing your undercarriage for the folks at home. There are children watching this, Ethan Lewis. And Ryan Durrani, Leroy Jenkins himself into the 5 of Cole Sampson, because we can't have nice things. That was a beautiful 38 card that I just threw together and totally did not copy off the 38 that Logan Williams drives in the NOFSRL Cup Series. I think the 19 of Tyler Reynolds is just driving by this just thinking, what the F, man? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. And that knocks out a good 4 more drivers. I don't know what the heck the 28 of Cameron Garlington is doing. He's just doing his great grass work there on the 28. And 5 more drivers go down back into the garage area. And I think we have broken the record for the most cars knocked out of a race. And Nathan Smith is probably going to win this thing. Let's get you the real-time replay. Let's hopefully get you back to the restart. And let's try and put this thing to bed, because the time I'm recording this, it's 10 o'clock, and I am tired. So let's try and put this race to bed. Oh my goodness. It's Charlotte, ladies and gentlemen. It's Charlotte. So if Ethan Lewis doesn't move down to the inside here into Juan Rodriguez, we're probably one lap to go in this race. But instead, Ethan Lewis tries to be a hero with 12 laps to go, and that is the end result. 5 more cars to the junkyard here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Dale Jr., I see you in the audience. You're getting a little too excited there, so just calm yourself. I know there are a lot of cars in the garage area for you to take. But 25 of Nathan Smith is your leader, with Josh Williamson in a position to potentially get a win. And Caleb Roche, shout out to him in the top 5 here, has kept his nose clean. Was able to get in front of some guys when it was a lap down. And Rose is in position to potentially get a decent finish here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But Nathan Smith is your leader, and it's been a crazy one here from Charlotte. The record number of cautions is 7. That happened last year at the Dodge Motordrome, the first race of the Dodge Motordrome. And we've got 6 cautions on the board so far, so we could break the record. Who knows? Let's just get you back to the restart here in what has been a very, very, very chaotic POW MIA 600 from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we're back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, wrapping up the 6th caution of the evening. Oh my goodness, look at the amount of guys that were involved in that accident. There were about 14 cars remaining on the racetrack. 12 of them are on the lead lap, and we are probably going to have another accident here shortly. Yeah, this has been a demolition derby in the last 20 laps here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pace cars pulls off onto pit lane. Your top 5 coming back to the restart with 9 laps to go. Nathan Smith, Josh Williamson, the one of what's his name? Zachary Davis, the 32 of Caleb Rose, and the 40 of Dustin Davis. Back through the gears they go, and a great jump for Nathan Smith in the 25. Zachary Davis is going to move out to the outside. Here comes Caleb Rose. He is hungry for a win. I know that 32 is hungry for a win, and he is just going to try and get it here tonight, but Nathan Smith has been the car to beat all night long. Williamson moves up a line. Is going to lose a bit of time on Nathan Smith with 8 laps remaining here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Now goes to the inside is a 32 of Caleb Rose, but do these guys have anything to compete with the number 25 of Nathan Smith, who's trying to become the first driver in series history to become undefeated at a certain racetrack? Up the hill goes Williamson. Not going to get into the outside wall. I don't think we have enough cars remaining on the racetrack to have another yellow flag. Thank the Lord. Oh, but that 32 is gaining on Nathan Smith. He is gaining. He is coming. And he is coming fast. I think that 32 is slightly better than Nathan Smith. And we just haven't seen it all night long because we haven't been in a position to be able to see it. Williamson is going to try and gain a little bit on the 32. Let's see what the interval is this time by. There's Smith. There's Caleb Rose. Exact same intervals at the line. Williamson goes up the racetrack. That is fine. He's saying, I just want to get out of here with a top 5 finish. Rose is a car length and a half back from the 25 of Nathan Smith, just trying to dig anything he can. He goes a little bit wide. He's going to lose some time to Nathan Smith off the corner. The gap is now 2.5 car lengths. At the line, 1/10 of a second increases between the guys, and now there's 5 laps to go, and the 32 of Rose way wide through 1 and 2. I think Nathan Smith might have the best chance to win this race. But no, Caleb Rose right back to the gas. He is just driving the wheels off that Toyota Camry. But the gap increases even more, probably to about half a second at the line. Just about half a second with 4 laps to go. Zachary Davis. These guys, remember, these guys last pitted at about lap 50. So the tires are pretty worn. Meanwhile, the fastest lap belongs to Aiden McCrow, by the way. So I don't believe anybody will be beating that lap. So Aiden McCrow more than likely has will have the fastest lap bonus points. With 3 laps to go here remaining from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Rose gained in there a little bit on Nathan Smith. Does he have the car to be able to get around Nathan Smith and beat him? We're just going to have to wait and see. He goes wide through the corner again. He's going to lose a bit of time here. I think he's got a slightly better straightaway car than Nathan Smith, but this track is mostly corners, so just going to have to wait and see. The gap increased by 2/100ths of a second. Now Rose is just running the bottom of that line in turns 1 and 2 with 2 laps to go. Popsicle 6 in the air. Lap and a half remaining from the Charlotte Motor Speedway for Nathan Smith. Does Caleb Rose have any footing for the 25 of Nathan Smith? Rounding turn 4 for the second to final time. White flag in the air. One more time around for the 25 of Nathan Smith. Does Caleb Rose have anything for this 25 machine? He's closed in He's going to have to gain a huge amount down the back straightaway. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Yeah, that 25 is scooting away. Rose, a last lap ditch effort. Not going to be enough off the final turn. Nathan Smith wins here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway at the line. Smith's going to body armor victory lane here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway again. I thought we were going to have a last lap pass. And yeah, if we had one more lap, I think Caleb Rose would have gotten around him. Nathan Smith, Polar Star Motorsports' first victory of the season, and it is well needed. Nathan Smith going to body armor victory lane for the first time this season and the second time at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. He becomes the first driver in series history to become undefeated at a certain racetrack that we have gone to multiple times. Caleb Rose, oh so close, but I think he'll take that. The one of Zachary Davis rounds out your podium. Josh Williamson fourth, and Dustin Davis rounds out the top five. Take a look and see your official standings from Charlotte. Nathan Smith is your winner. Caleb Rose, Zachary Davis, Josh Williamson, Dustin Davis, Fitzy with a top 10 finish, Braden Perez, Cameron Garlington without a hood, Trey Smith and Daniel Bouchard also without a hood rounds out your top 10. Take a look and see pretty much the majority of the field that was taken out from that. Now, you got to feel bad for Nathan Stapleton, man. Blew a camshaft on lap 5, and then all this happened. So Stapleton just got to be punching the steering wheel at this point. But yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles here, and then just a whole bunch of cars knocked out. 14 cars finished the race. 12 of them were on the lead lap. That was pure chaos, ladies and gentlemen. That was unadulterated, pure chaos like we saw last year. And once again, Nathan Smith comes out on top with Caleb Rose right behind him. And he was about a tenth and a half away from that 25's rear bumper. But what a race we had here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It wasn't the prettiest race. A lot of sheet metal got banged up. Yes, Dale Jr., you can go and do that. You can go to the garage area, take all the mangled up race cars you want. But and this is going to shake up the points quite a bit, because Madison Tall, I believe that's her first DNF of the season. Actually, no, I think this is her second DNF of the season. I believe she had a bad run the second race of the year at Homestead. Actually, no, she won the second race at Homestead. So, what am I saying? Madison Tall is probably not going to get touched after this one. But next week, Chicagoland. Actually, Diamond Ridge is not next week. We go to probably the most forgettable track in the entire NFSRL, the Chicagoland Speedway. The Teeny Mates 400 is no longer in the chase. It has been moved up to the first weekend in June. Next week on June 5th at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The racetrack outside of Joliet, Illinois. Should be a fun 54-lap race around that mile-and-a-half track. And then next week we go to Diamond Ridge. And then after that is Pocono, the Bridgehampton race on the 4th of July. And then we switched around the schedule a bit. Dover was supposed to be last week, but Dover is going to be a midweek race in between Bridgehampton and Trenton. And then is the Reese's Week of Speed, all in Massachusetts, and then you go down to the rest of the chase. That's going to be a fun rest of the season, and yeah, that's all I've got. Congratulations once again to Nathan Smith on being your official winner of the POW MIA 600 presented by Mission Barbecue. And that's it here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Really screwed up the intro there. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Here are your points after 12 races, and from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, this has been NASCAR Nerd 34, signing off.